Is it time to think about a new construction purchase? Let's talk about it today on the Centralina Realty Podcast. Welcome to the Centralina Realty Podcast. I'm your host, Jay White, and today we're going to talk about buying a new construction home. Maybe that's the thing for you. Now, if you drive around the county these days, you are going to see a lot of new neighborhoods. They're popping up like mushrooms on every corner. It rains, and next thing you know, there's 6 more houses. A lot of us think we don't want new construction. Let's look at new construction. I have a client that's moving into town from out of state because of their work. They got to find a home, and initially they did not want to buy new construction. They wanted to look at existing homes for a couple of reasons. So we looked at about a dozen, really about 15 existing homes, and none of them seemed to be the right fit. So most of them needed some work done. Some of them needed a lot of work done. So we were driving through Broad Street, and I said, let's go look at one of the houses. It's a Lennar construction, and it's called Bell Farm. It's a new subdivision. You probably know where I'm talking about. And so we went to see one of the homes there, and long story short, they're closing on their new Lennar home in Bell Farm next week, and they're excited. So I thought today we'd talk about some of the pros and cons of buying a new construction home in a neighborhood, right? So let's start maybe first with the pros, I think. And here's one of the biggest pros to buying new construction is there is no need to renovate. These homes are ready to move in. You don't have to go through with a list of all the things you need to do to get the house ready. So they're ready to go. Another pro of the new construction is that they are a lot more energy efficient. So right off the bat, it's going to be less expensive to operate the home, to heat and cool and keep the lights on, LED lighting all through the house. There's a lot of great features in the new construction. And inside these neighborhoods now, there are more amenities so you got walking trails. They're building pickleball courts. Now, I don't know much about pickleball, but I hear people talk about it a lot. So if you're into pickleball, hey, you have your own pickleball court right there in the neighborhood. So that's pretty cool. And the new home especially initially, is going to be a lot less maintenance for you. The materials tend to hold paint better on the outside, and so you have less work needed on the new construction home. Now, there are some cons to buying the new construction. The first con is the higher cost. And I hesitate to say this, but the cost per square foot of the new construction will be higher than the existing home. But when you factor in that it's ready to go and you don't need the cost to renovate, then maybe it's not that much higher, but they are higher. The new construction is going to seem a little more expensive per square foot going into it. For me, the new construction home has a little less character to it. They don't have, they've never been lived in, so they don't have any personality. So they seem a little cold, and to me, that's a con. The colors tend to be all the same, and so you don't see the variety that you see in the existing homes. There is a potential with new construction to have delays. So if you're on a strict timeline and you got to get moved by a certain date, depending on how early you come into the process during the construction, there can be delays, supply chain issues, weather. So you can get kind of hung up in the schedule a little bit with new construction. Not always, but sometimes. And then, too, just driving through the neighborhoods, you'll notice that the landscaping is not very mature. So there's not a lot of trees. It seems so they got to grow in for a little while. So those are some of the cons that we found in comparing new construction to existing homes. Everybody's different. Your needs are different than my client. They're happy about their new construction purchase. If you have questions about it, reach out to us at Centralina Realty. Go to centralinarealty.com. Just fill in the little box, ask us what you need to know, and we will help you with that. And so go to centralinarealty.com. Let us know how we can help you, and listen, you'll be glad that you did.
For any questions, you can visit us at centralinarealty.com, email us at centralinarealty@gmail.com, or give us a call at 704-838-6086. Thank you for listening to Centralina Realty, the podcast.